We have been in contact with the mayor of our city, Mayor Mark Johnson here in Kalispell, and we've had excellent communication with him. He's shown himself to be a true servant of the people who truly does love liberty and respects our constitutional freedoms and respects the right of the people under our Constitution. And he's been very supportive, even though he's disagreed with some of the tactics that some of us have used in protest, including Dr. Annie. He's very much in our camp in terms of constitutional liberty. So first, I want to show you about a 2-minute clip from the meeting that the City Council and the mayor had this past week. He takes about 2 minutes that we've clipped out to comment on relevant issues that we're talking about here. And then after the video clip, which we will cut and save, I want to read you something regarding the mayor and ask you and those of you that are watching online to act upon it. So first, let's move this and let's have the video with our Mayor Mark Johnson.
One, I do want to note that we have received a large number of email comments regarding Dr. Annie Bukacek. I will print and provide those to the county commissioners, so they have those in hand. I know they've received a lot of comment as well. I've talked to a couple of the county commissioners. That said, even though I may not agree with Ms. Bukacek or Dr. Bukacek and the things that she's saying, I will defend the right that she has to say those as an individual in our country. We do have First Amendment rights, and as such, she is free to state those opinions. But the other side is, as public figures, we as elected figures, we have to respect that. And we have to respect that this is a county commission appointment. We can talk to them, we can express the opinions for the electorate, and we can give them our own personal opinions. That's part of free speech. It's part of the public discourse. It's one of the things that we do in this country where we see things that we don't like. We take the proper avenue for this discourse. We don't do things subversively. We don't do things in the dead of night. We don't do things without people seeing it in daylight. And I'd just like to encourage the council, if you have opinions on this, contact your county commissioners, let them know. They're hearing from a lot of people at this point in time. But that said, I will defend her right to say what she wants to say. Do I think it's appropriate in her position? My personal opinion, no. But that's my opinion. And that's just my own personal opinion. That's not the opinion of our council, although we may be unanimous in those personal opinions. I don't know that it's really our place to leverage our position to try to strip someone of those rights or that position. This is something for the county commission to address at their level.
Regarding Mayor Mark Johnson's comments that we just heard, following that meeting of the City Council and those statements by the mayor, Dr. Annie Bukacek had a one-on-one conversation with Mayor Johnson, as we have had here at Liberty Fellowship. After Dr. Annie's conversation with the mayor, he wanted me to convey the following to the folks at Liberty Fellowship. And this is provided to me from Dr. Bukacek as a result of that call or that discussion and of his desire for me to say this to the fellowship. Mayor Mark Johnson's disagreement with me, Dr. Bukacek, that he refers to in the video clip had nothing to do with my death certificate video and was specifically based on what he considers a difference of opinion of interpretation of the ordinance. Based on MCA, Montana Code Annotated 50-2-118, the City Council's ordinance was less restrictive on citizen rights than what was allowable according to the state. Mayor Johnson recognizes that we activists had inadequate time to contact him prior to the protest. He also acknowledges and shares legitimate concerns of citizens regarding the various governors' stay-at-home orders across the country and debilitating impact those have had on the economy and freedoms of the citizens. In the future, should another protest be planned, he requests a notification and says he will meet with us before the protest, answer our questions, and if we still wish to protest, he adamantly respects that right. And in our discussions with Mayor Johnson, he made it very plain that he was in complete support with constitutional freedoms and the protections that we have in our Bill of Rights, that he's very sympathetic to the rights of people to protest whenever they feel it necessary. He expressed that he had no intention, back whenever the City Council voted on that ordinance relative to a state of emergency and so forth. Remember that a couple weeks ago? He said it was clearly his intention and his conviction that he would not allow curfews to be enacted and limitations on egress and ingress in the city, that he was very sympathetic to the liberties and the constitutional protections that we have as American citizens. And so that video that we watched was in response to the massive amounts of pressure from the big government zealots who were trying to shut down the voice of Dr. Annie Bukacek, and who were petitioning and calling the City Council about her and the health department and so forth and so on. So those people down at the City Council, the County Commission, and the Mayor's office have been under intense negative pressure by these groups over the last few weeks. That was what the Mayor was referring to. I would just personally like to say thank you, Mayor Johnson, for the integrity in the manner in which you conducted your office as mayor. Your responsibility, of course, is to represent all of the people of the city of Kalispell. I think you did that exemplary. And I also want to thank you for your stated convictions for the constitutional protections of the rights of the American people and of the citizens of the Flathead Valley under not only the U.S. Constitution, but also the Montana State Constitution, and for your defense publicly of those God-given liberties codified in our constitutions, both state and national. And so on behalf of Liberty Fellowship, I want to say to you, Mayor Mark Johnson of Kalispell, thank you, and may God bless you. If you would like to contact the mayor online, this is his public domain contact information. I'm asking all of you, not today, at least phone call, but emails would be fine. But if you want to call, wait till tomorrow on Monday. But here are his contact information. First of all, his phone number is 406-253-7467. That's 406-253-7467. If you would prefer email, mjohnson@kalispell.com. And if you don't know how Kalispell is spelled, Kalispell, Kalispell. mjohnson@kalispell.com. And if you would like to send him kudos, thank you, I wish that you would do that either by phone or by email. And thank you folks that are part of the Extended Liberty Fellowship family, helping us out in these battles.